Cops coming. I ain't hear nothing. Fucking. Made track look easy. Run. Dumb shit. Like a Molly split. Run. Destroy evidence. Case. I'm not coming home with a 56. So die with the hardest scar face and take 50 licks before I let this throw me. Bounce if you a good kid. Down through the bird hop curse. Worry you served it. That nerve. Heard I was killing. They must got word that I told the chief on which part I don't want to merge. Run if you to the school zone. Run if you getting chased with no shoes on. Run. Run. Cops got. They giving out life like by the times. Run if you ain't do. You ain't that next felony. It's like prison. So run. Hop faces jump on the benches. When you see me coming, get the fuck out the entrance. Run. Run. Cops got.
They don't knock you for doing something smart. They knock you for doing some shit. And in fact, I might take my shit.
Go away.
It's Task Force Tuesday. The Knox is in the black car. I got 500 in my back. Clear 12 that look like stuff shell.
It's my partner.
Hey, what up, man? Sorry I'm late.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get a fucking what's it called going this week. I'm gonna do a whole intro, but I want you to be part of that, so we'll talk about that after.
Okay.
Let me ask you something real quick. Did you see? I just watched. I seen Peter Yan, the main event. I seen a few of them. I was watching one. One was insane this morning, bro.
Oh yeah. I seen Jay was streaming. I couldn't get up that early.
No, that's fine, bro. That's fine. I know you work late and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let me see here real quick. Hold on. I didn't want to do this without you, but I was gonna do it without you. So I'm glad you stopped by, bro. I already know Spotify. Spotify's doing us right, man. Doing me right, anyways. But now with you, they're doing both of us right.
Right on.
Yeah, they're doing us right, bro. They asked me to send some of my songs, from my 2 albums. I sent them songs and shit, and they're like, "This will be played on 1,000 different fucking platforms and shit." You know what I mean? So, and I'm not proud of those fucking those albums in 2006, 2008. It's just I said I was going to do an album. I did an album, and I said I was going to do shows for the fucking albums. I did them. You know what I mean? And then the second album, I did shows for those albums. You know what I mean? So, and I got my fucking MCs paid. So when I went up there and give them $100 or whatever, $200, whatever it was, they were like, "I've been doing this for 15 years. I never got paid." I said, "You should have hired me as your fucking manager. If we're bringing 150 people in to their fucking bar, we're getting 60% or 40% of their fucking booze sales. So you eliminate the tickets. You know what I mean?"
That sounds right.
Yeah. And no one had a problem fucking paying because they're going to pay regardless. But, they see all those people there. They're not in there for them. They're in there to watch us.
Yep.
So, yeah, it all works out. You know what I mean? So the reason I wanted to do this, we got Bellator tonight. We got obviously we got fight night. And you know what, Post? If you only want to do UFC, that's always fine, bro, because certain people don't even like fucking Bellator. And I just think people got to give it a chance. Certain cards ain't gonna be as good, but this card's really good. This card's better than the last 2 cards. You know what I mean? Bellator comes through. And Scott Coker used to be a fighter in Glory, a fucking Pride, one of them. I remember seeing him. So, he's a real fighter. So, that guy gives people money, man. He pays them money. Gives them a lot more than a lot of other places give them.
He's more fair than Dana.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's more fair. Definitely more fair. Dana's just greedy. You know what I mean? And hey, listen, Dana, one thing about Dana, I give him shit. And it's not because I hate the guy or anything. I just can't stand a coward. And I understand, he was he had that kind of not really white privilege, but he had that white privilege a little bit. You know what I mean? So he wasn't like a street person. You know what I mean? He didn't understand the streets, or he understood it, but he just wasn't around it. You know what I mean? So when he got that phone call, you know, saying what's going to happen, then he got a one-way ticket to fucking Vegas. That like right up, he hung up and got, you know, I was with my mentor when he got that call. He said, I got all the insurance I need right at click, clack. You know what I mean? So those are the people I respect. But I respect him.
I wanted to ask, did you happen to see the face-off between Tank and Ryan Garcia?
Oh, yeah, I seen a little of it. Yeah, I did. I did a little. Yeah, they were. I seen guys. Oh, was it Tank put his fist right near his face?
Right near his chin, yeah.
Yeah, and then Garcia did it. And you know what? That's all good if it's only for like a minute or something, but they over fucking do it. It's over dramatized. I made a song called Unionize on my first album. Actually, what the fuck was it? The first album was called The Union Way. I should have called it Unionized. But the hook was no drama. Save it for your mama. I'm union bred. I'm old school feds, scabs, finks, rats, scabs, finks, rats. So, yeah, I can't stand drama. You know what I mean? I don't want no drama. Drama, nip it right in the fucking bud. You know what I mean? But that's the way they come across these days with drama. They think, and I guess it sells because, like I said, misery needs company. And but let me ask you something. What happened? Because I didn't watch the whole. I watched a little bit, and you know, after a minute or two, I get sick of them fucking trying to fucking flex and shit. Tank Davis can flex. Ryan Garcia ain't really proven like Tank. You know what I mean?
Well, I was gonna ask, who do you have in that one? Because
Tank Davis is my favorite. Lightweight. Crawford is my favorite. Like middleweight class, and then Tyson Fury.
There seems to be a lot of late money coming in on Garcia. Some people think he has a chance because he's fast.
He's got the reach. No, Garcia ain't a trash fighter. I'm not saying that. I'd say it right to his face what I just said. You know, I'd say I think, you know, I just think there's levels to this shit, bro. And, you know, I just don't think you're on that level yet. But that doesn't mean he can't be down the road. But listen, Sugar Ray Leonard was trying to teach him a left hook, a correct left hook. And he was like, no, I'm going to do it my way. You know, so I'm like, where's the respect for this fucking legend? Gold medal fucking boxing when he's trying to teach you.
Yeah, you're right. If he wants to teach you,
remember Tyson teaching Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
Well, Francis actually listened and was humbled.
Yeah, you gotta respect your elders.
Acting like a tough guy, fucking with a fucking real tough guy. You know what I mean? Sugar Ray Leonard fought the best fighters on the planet every other month, every 3 months. These kids are fighting once a year. At least Tank Davis, this is the second Garcia is going to beat him since the new year. So at least he's out there fighting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm sorry. These boxers are way too fucking comfortable, man.
Yeah, they make so much money off of one fight once a year.
Yeah, but like Marvin Hagler was fighting like every month. And he had like 42 million when he walked away. He got offered 100 million for a second Sugar Ray Leonard fight. He said no. He goes, I'm sick of you fucking people playing me dirty. You know what I mean? It took 42 wins for him to get a fucking title shot.
I heard he moved to Italy and became an actor.
He did. That's what he did. Him and one of the Petronelli, one of his trainers. He brought him with him because he was loyal. You know how many other people wanted Hagler? And he said, no, I'm staying loyal to the guys who taught me.
I hear that, but if I was him, I think I would have taken that money.
What are you talking about? They didn't take no money from him. He made more money.
No.
Oh, no. I know. But, no, listen, here's the deal with him. He was a man of principle, like Ngannou stood his ground. Well, Hagler was a man of principle. And he got sick. He won that fight. He didn't lose that fight. So for him, fucking not a fucking mark on him, dancing after the fight's over and then getting robbed? Like, what the fuck would you do? You have $42 million in the bank in the 80s, and you have an offer to be a movie star in Italy. I don't know. He made a lot of money being a fucking B-movie fucking movie star, brother.
Yeah, no, he did it on his terms. That's true.
Yeah, on his terms. And what his mother was happy, everything. So he did everything he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Hagler is what these young guys should be fucking they should be looking up to guys like that. But he is Sugar Ray Leonard. Even though he had his fucking bouts of cocaine, so what? He still won fucking fights.
Yeah.
And he had skill. He has skills still to this day. He has skills. They still have it up here. You know what I mean? They remember because they did it so much.
Yeah.
You know, I know myself. I know I could never be off balance in a fight. I know I could never throw a bad punch because I know the techniques. I've done it so many fucking times. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's these kids. They should be all fighting each other. Make as much money as you can. Put the work in, and then fucking chill for fucking 10 years or whatever.
That's the only thing.
Work. You know,
that's the only thing I don't like about boxing. They got so many different belts, and none of these guys, because they're with different promotions, so they don't want to fight each other. It's like, give the fans what they want.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You hit it right on the money, bro. You hit it right on the fucking money. Rizzo, what's happening, brother? I didn't see you there. I'm sorry, brother. I really don't look at the comments, brother, because this is usually something that people watch after, but now that we're doing it every day at 12, Tuesday through Saturdays, or at least Tuesday through Fridays, at least, once in a while, Pulse is going to need a day off. You know what I mean? He's not used to doing this every day and working. So I don't want to go too hard on Pulse. You know what I mean? So if he wants a Saturday off, I'm going to give it to him and I'm going to take it off with him. You know what I mean? So we'll just, we'll figure it out, but we're definitely going to be here. I'm definitely going to be here, and he's proven that he's going to be here. So, but yeah, Rizzo, no doubt, brother. Don't worry about last Sunday either, brother. It's all right, brother. I had it set up. You know what I mean? I was ready to go. But look at how I got Pulse in here. See what I mean? See how he's got the thing without his face? See what I mean? I can do the same thing for you, Rizzo. Rizzo has that problem because of contract obligations and shit with his company. So he doesn't, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to be talking about addiction and shit and people, you know what I mean? So I don't fucking blame him. You know what I mean? Because people shouldn't be mad about addiction. Anyone that's gambling out there ain't doing drugs. You got just bad as a fucking problem. Believe me. I know this shit. I grew up, my mentor is a bookie still to this day. And I take action during football season. So, you know what I mean? Hey, when it was illegal, it was a misdemeanor, Pulse. You know what I mean? Around here, it's not a felony. You know what I mean?
What's that, gambling?
Yeah, being a bookie, it's not a felony.
Oh,
yeah. So it was just a misdemeanor back when it was illegal. Now it's legal. And the bookies are doing even better now, even with electronic gambling. They're doing better because you know why? Even like they give you your money every week. You know what I mean? And because it's weekly. As a bookie, it's weekly. You pick the day to pay, and you pick the day to, get paid or whatever. You know what I mean? You just pick one day a week.
Well, they made it so easy nowadays with like FanDuel and DraftKings. Anybody can just make an account.
But here's the deal with them, right? Did they pay you right away? Don't you gotta like bet your first winnings or some certain ones before they pay? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I heard there was some controversy over them not paying out immediately.
Yeah, fuck that shit. No bookie's gonna do that. You know what I mean? They're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bookies are gonna pay, man. That's why I try to tell people: you have a problem, call me, or get at me on an email. You know what I mean? But make sure you pay if you lose. Guaranteed, we won't be at your fucking door knocking. I'm gonna fuck where the fuck you guys are. You know, I wanted to start out with Ghetto Boys today for you, bro. But I didn't see you in there, so I'm like, oh shit. And I was trying to look for something off We Can't Be Stopped album. You know what I mean? All right, let me ask you something, real quick. Did you see all the weigh-ins? Because there was like a bunch of them, like really quick fucking weigh-ins, and now we're going for this fucking shit where we're waiting for people to fucking come down and weigh in. It's like, get it over with so you can go hydrate and eat for the next 24, 36 hours. Like, do this quick.
Right.
But no, I know how it is, I guess. I know how it is. If I was a professional fighter, which I should have been, actually, because I could have been, and should have, would have, could have, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? But I was definitely, training to be a pro, no problem. You know what I mean? I fought amateur. I could have went pro easy. And I would fight any pro fighter right now. No bullshit. I'd fight any of these guys, even the YouTubers, any one of them. At 52, I go in there and make them probably look silly. I guarantee they respect me after I fight them. I guarantee it. I wouldn't look like Ben Askren, I'll tell you that. I'm not even fucking ragging on Askren, because if people go watch him in Bellator, Watch how he ragdolled motherfuckers.
Oh no, he's definitely a good wrestler. He's just not a boxer.
Yeah, he's not a hands guy. You know what I mean? He's not. Yeah, that's all it is. And Jake Paul, I don't hate that kid. I don't hate Logan. I respect their hustle, but I just don't know how you could make that kid, a Disney kid, the face of boxing.
I'm glad you brought him up. I was gonna ask, did you happen to see that video of him getting chased by Floyd Mayweather?
No, I didn't. No, fuck no.
Yeah. Okay, I'll send it to you in Discord.
Send it to me, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he confronted him about that hat situation when he took his hat at the press conference.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah, Jake ran. Jake ran. He took off.
Yeah. See that's the difference between these kids, this generation and my generation, and close to your generation, right? I'm pretty sure close. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like Mayweather definitely ain't taking shit from nobody, and he ain't gonna be disrespected. Hey, it's like the old gangsters. You disrespected 5 days or 5 days later, or 2 weeks later, or a year later, they just say, okay, all right, no problem. You can have your little day of fucking minute of glory, but you're gonna be in 8 different holes in a week or a fucking month tops.
Yeah.
Like this. Look, and they're fucking sitting there eating their fucking, their gravy and pasta. You know what I mean? Honestly.
I was gonna ask you because you're part Italian, right?
I got 25% Sicilian in me. Yeah. Yep.
What do you call marinara? Do you call it sauce or do you call it gravy?
Marinara is something you dip like fucking mozzarella fucking sticks in. That's all that is. That's not a gravy. That's not. My wife makes a Italian sauce that's off the charts. We just call it sauce, spaghetti, gravy.
Okay, because I've heard some sauce. Italian
gravy. Yeah, they call it gravy. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Like the Americans that came over here, the Italians that came over America, and the Irish, and every fucking country that ever came over here, they had balls to come over here. They were savages. You know what I mean? But here's the deal with Italian food. It's completely different in Italy. Here, they give it an American flavor to it. You know what I mean? So they added things that they didn't add in Italy, which actually made it better. You know what I mean? So, because you have a lot more access to different foods here. You know what I mean? In America compared to Italy.
So in your house, when y'all make it, y'all don't buy store-bought? Y'all make it from scratch?
Yeah, my wife makes it early in the morning. She made that shit simmers all day long. She fries up garlic and fucking really good olive oil. Then she starts adding her meatballs that she baked and put together. Then she lets them cook even more in the sauce all day for like 8-10 hours. Oh, yeah, with sausage, meatballs. I'm like, Ken, I'll show you a picture of an Italian meal that'll make your mouth water, dude.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, that's why I got so fucking heavy, bro. Like that year and a half or 2 years, I was 325 plus pounds. Like, because I eat so much, dude. Now I eat 2 meals a day. For the first year of these past 5 years, the first year I only ate 1 meal a day. That's all I did, 1 meal a day. Because I was so disgusted with myself, right? And then after the first year, after I came off the methadone and everything, the last 4 years, it's just been 2 meals a day. Sometimes I'll have a cheat day on the weekends, like a day off. I'll have an extra meal or something, or maybe 2 or 4 or 5 meals. But I remember eating 4 or 5 meals a day when I used to lift weights and shit before I started boxing and stuff. And I'm like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? I'm not even hungry and I got to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like forcing food. Everything starts in the gut. Like a lot of fucking diseases start in the gut. So you need food to survive. You need water even more. So you should drink a lot of water. And you don't need a lot of fucking meals. You just need healthy foods, proteins, carbs, and keep your carbs on a 1/3 list and 2/3 protein. You know what I mean? It's very simple. Or you can do carbs 1 meal and all protein the next. You can do it either way. In fruit and vegetables, like you said, you eat a lot of fruit. That's really smart. That's where you get your sugar from. Check this out. I'm gonna give you a legit lesson here, right? I drink iced coffee. I put 3 sugars in there, right? My glucose is 0 every fucking physical.
Okay.
Every year I have so I'm just telling you, sugar, like when you melt the sugar, when you put hot coffee on sugar, you melt it because I only have iced coffees. I don't drink hot coffee. I don't like it. You know, I just like iced coffee. So and see, I got a cold water right here. So I'm always drinking water while I'm drinking my coffees. You know what I mean? So I'm always getting a gallon of water in me a day too. Probably 2 gallons when I'm training. So probably more like two gallons a day.
Okay, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, well, I would say to everyone out there, anyone that's out there, a gallon of water a day is fucking imperative. It really is.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Well, not only you staying hydrated, right? You're cleansing out your body. If you notice when you piss in the morning, it's yellow or dark or whatever, dark yellow, whatever it is, right? After you drink water, it starts being clear. You know what I mean? So that's how you know your kidney is clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So take care of your organs is what I mean. And that the only way you can do that is by living healthy and eating healthy. You know what I mean? It's the only. But I was going to say, how many? I watched 4 weigh-ins because I didn't think we were going to do this till after. And that's okay. We can do this right during the weigh-ins. We'll do it. I don't care. That's fine with me. You know what I mean? I'm always used to doing it after. And I didn't tell you that yesterday, so that's my bad. But I always say it on here. After weigh-ins, after stare-downs, but I can do it right during, too. That's fine. You know what I mean? It's not a biggie. I actually think it's smarter to do it like this, actually.
1 second. I got to take a phone call.
Go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead. I got you right here. I'll mute you. Go ahead. I'll mute you.
Hello?
Oh, I got you. Go ahead. You're all set, bro. Yeah, I don't want people hearing my part. That's fucking business. You know what I mean? It's none of no one's business.
I'm back. It was a telemarketer.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I took you off, so that's your fucking private business. I don't want anyone hearing what you're talking, even though you're not doing nothing wrong. I just think it's important to keep your privacy private. You know.
Appreciate that.
Well, you have to appreciate it, brother. I got you, brother. So I was going to ask you, did you watch any other of the weigh-ins other than the 4th?
I didn't see the UFC weigh-ins. I didn't catch it, but I have to say, seems like a lot of people are picking Marab for the upset.
Well, Peter Yan is a bad motherfucker, but ever since that fucking that kind of iffy decision, I thought he won that fight.
I did too.
O'Malley. Yeah, I thought he won that fight, and then people say, and here's another thing I got to ask real quick, right? These people saying expert picks and all this shit. I've been watching UFC since 93. And what the fuck, 71, 81, 91. So I was like 22 years old. I've been watching UFC and I've been watching boxing since I was like 8, 9 years old. So how the fuck are these people experts? Like, I don't get that. I'm talking about on all these platforms. They say expert picks and this and that. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, people
I don't know how you can be an expert. I have no fucking idea how you can be an expert. All you can do is watch fucking film, know who the fighters are, know the wars they've been in, and put that all in the fucking MMA math works sometimes, but it's not guaranteed. I mean, if one fighter beat a fighter and the other opponent that they're fighting didn't beat that fighter, doesn't mean that fighter is going to beat that guy. It doesn't mean it at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are self-titled. You know, usually that's something that somebody has to give to you, but some people just call themselves whatever.
Yeah, gurus and shit. I'm like, what? What? Self-proclaimed guru, you mean? Okay, I get it, you know. But no, I'm not hating on no one's hustle. I'm just saying I just think it's fucking wrong. You know what I mean? That's all. But, you know, I'm not going to say what do I know, because I know a lot. I know a lot about because I've been there, done that, and some. You know what I mean? So what the fuck? I'm going to speak my fucking mind. I'm not going to fucking hold back. But I'm not going to try to hurt no one's feelings either. I'm not trying to do that. All right, brother. So I got oh shit, hold on. I just had the fucking thing on. Oh, here it is right here. I got it. Never mind. Okay. So let me see how many have weighed in. I watched the first 4, and then I had set this up because I didn't know if we were going to go on after or before. But I don't even mind. I'd rather go on before. Actually, it's actually better for me. It works out better for me, too. So UFC Fight Night 221, huh?
Yep.
And then other people have it at Fight Night 72 or 73. Is that since the pandemic or whatever? Is that what they're going by?
I'm not sure. I lost track a little while ago.
Yeah, I did too. I did too, bro. I did too. You're always going to get honesty here. They're brutally honest. There ain't no faking the funk here, people. And you people that watch this later, I appreciate the people that jump in and out all the time. I appreciate you guys showing support, but watch it later, subscribe, and just like it. It doesn't. It's free. You know what I mean? And this year sometime we want to get paid. Something for doing this. You know what I mean? And put in the hard work, we're gonna get paid. And that's the way I look at it, and I know that's what's gonna happen. So, because merchandise, all kinds of shit. We just got to get, me and Paul's got to get on the same page. We already are on the same page, chemistry-wise. I'm just talking to him privately because he's a creative person too. So I want to get his insight on everything so we can figure out how to do this. And he's happy and I'm happy. You know what I mean? Both of us. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Yeah, it's a team sport, this shit, man. Like, when you got partners coming in with you and not even co-hosts, hosts. You know what I mean? He's not co-host. He's actually a host now. He's doing this 5 days a week with me. I can't make him a co-host. I got to make him a host. You know what I mean? Just as even. But it's not saying how many weighed in. Let's see. I can figure it out right now, just right from the beginning. I can. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, so I can figure this out. So I know the main event. So all the money's coming in on Peter Yan's fucking opponent, huh?
Yeah, some late money coming his way.
2, 3.
Marab's a good fighter, but some people say Peter Yan is still the best bantamweight on the planet, even though he's coming off of 2 losses and a draw.
Yeah, but those losses really weren't losses. He fought to the end. He never got taken out. You know what I mean? He's a fucking savage. Alexander the Great spars with, right? Up in Thailand? Peter Yan. So yeah, don't sleep on Peter Yan, people. Just because he lost 2 fights. That's some fucking what do they call fans that never fought in their life and just started watching fight. It's not even a bad thing that you're a fucking fan of fighting. That's a great thing, people. Oh, casual city, right? That people think Peter Yan sucks because he lost 2 fights. Nah, the judges suck.
Right.
Not all of them, but a few. And all you need is them few on every promotion, and that'll ruin a lot of people's careers. Dana White and all of them, Shelby, all of them, they know how good Peter Yan is. You know what I mean? So they're going to keep putting them on fucking, main events and co-mains or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Until you start seeing him get knocked out, right, Boz? I mean, have you ever seen Peter Yan dropped in the past 10 fights, 15 fights?
No, he's too good for that. He only loses by decision.
Really good, yeah. So decision losses, you younger fans, not young age, or you newer fans, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter. You still got to be educated on this shit. All right, so let me pull up the fucking, you know what? I seen about 18, 19 fighters, something like that. I counted really fast. So, oh shit, Dana White's in the building. I just seen Dana White walk by. I never see that. Not at weigh-ins. So let me, hold on. So we got 13, so 26 fighters. So we're almost done. There's going to be some people that wait to the end pulse fighters, I mean. So, yeah, I got it right here. So I'll just, I already seen the main event and the co-main. I'm pretty sure the co-main weighed in too. I'm pretty sure like all the first couple fights on the, the last couple fights. I'm sorry. The main event and the co-main, I'm pretty sure weighed in. I know the main event did. I watched that. So I seen enough weigh-ins right now to know. I'm pretty confident in my picks anyway. So let's just go along with the fucking picks. Fuck it. I seen enough. Unless you see something, you just tell me, brother, because I got 4 screens going here, bro.
Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it right now, brother. So the first fight we got. Here we go, right here. We got Tyson Nam versus Bruno Silva, and I know Silva weighed in. Okay, let me just get the topology. I'm on it right now. All right, here we go. So, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, Carlston Harris and Jared, would they add a fight?
What happened?
I think they added a fight.
Oh, okay.
No, hold on. Yeah, Gooden was good. Do you remember picking Gooden or fucking Harris last time we fucking did this? Oh, we did fucking Bellator yesterday. No, do you remember doing Harris and Gooden the other day?
No, I made my picks on Tapology for Bellator, but I haven't made them. I haven't made them for UFC.
Do you remember doing them? Carlston Harris and Jared Gooden?
No, I think you're right. I think they just added that.
Well, maybe they added an extra fight just in case, because we lose 2 or 3 fights every fucking fight, it seems, every fight night. So maybe they just added fights just in case, which is a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah, more fights, better.
Yeah, and I complained about that shit. I don't complain about nothing usually, but, yeah, so, yeah, it's a good thing. So the only bad thing is, people, is I didn't put this up because during the week, I didn't see this. Oh, okay, I think, no, I didn't see this. All right, so anyways, all right, Charleston Harris. I'm sorry, people. I didn't see this on here fucking yesterday or the day before, so this must have just been put in there this morning or something. Charleston Harris versus Jared Gooden. 84% of Tapology, shout out to Tapology, 84% got Harris in this one, 16% got Gooden out of 1,571 people, and that'll be double that by tomorrow's time. That'll be double that the amount of picks by tomorrow when the fights start on Tapology. People do it slowly, or they do it the day of the fight. You know what I mean? But that's how many people are believing in Jared Harris right now. I mean, Charleston Harris and Jared Gordon. I actually like Harris, and I've seen Jared Gooden fight before. Who do you like, Pulse? You want to start this off?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Harris in this one. I'm gonna go Harris by late round TKO.
So Harris by 8th round TKO.
No, late round, yeah.
So late round KO. No shit. 8th round kid. What the fuck am I thinking? You know what? That's too much watching fucking old school boxing fucking too much in the mornings. That's what the fucking problem is. And I'm watching UFC and old school shit all the time. It's like, I don't understand, but it's all good. It's human error. Yeah, I'm gonna just let me hold on real quick. So we got they don't even got odds on this fight. This is how new this shit is. I gotta go with the odds, but I will make my pick anyways, and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go with him too. Hold on. He was knocked out a year ago by Shavkat. Shavkat was the last spinning hook kick to ground and pound strikes. That was his last fight a year ago, dude. He's 35 years old, 8 months and 2 days old. So 76-inch reach, 77th Gooden. I'm gonna jump on the fucking night train fucking Gooden. I'm gonna go with the underdog here. I think he's a live dog, 29 years old. Got that man strength now. You know what I mean? He's got an inch reach advantage. And, I know you can't teach reach, but I'm going to go with Gooden. I'm going to go with another KO because if he was KO'd before, he could be KO'd again. And a hungry guy that's coming up, that ain't even worldwide ranked. He's ranked number 2nd in the U.S. Southeast. I'm going to take Gooden. So I got Gooden, KO, TKO, round 3. You got Harris in a late round stoppage, right?
Yep.
Okay, brother. Next fight right on the screen. Bruno Silva versus Tyson Nam. Who do you like in this one, my friend?
I'm going with the Hawaiian, Tyson Nam.
Tyson Nam? Okay, so 2,224 people got 57% got Nam and 43% got Silva. So your pick's looking good, Pulse, right off the bat. And who the fuck did I go with on this? I think I already had Nam, but I hate changing my fucking picks. And then so plus 135 for Nam. So he's an underdog. You got Underdog City going there, live dog. You got and minus 165 for Bulldog Silva. Let me see here. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go with Silva in a decision.
Okay.
All right. I this is one thing you're gonna find out about me, and I think you already know this about me, Post. I do take chances because I'm not betting. So that's the only way. Scared money don't make money, though. So remember that, people. You guys out there gambling. So we got next fight here. Right here, brother. Tony Gravely versus Victor Henry. Who do you like in this, Post?
I'm going Tony Gravely by knockout.
I got Gravely in a decision. And you got him in a knockout? Do you have a round or just early or late?
Mid-round, second round.
Mid-rounds? Okay, mid-rounds. I can see that. That ain't a bad pick at all. So right now, plus 120 on Gravely. He's a live dog. And we got Victor Henry minus 145. I'm going to stick with my pick of Gravely, too. I think Gravely got this in a decision. Gravely's last loss was to Javid Basharat 5 months ago in a unanimous decision. Going the distance with an undefeated fighter. This kid should not be fucking an underdog, but it's all right. It's all good. We both got Gravely. You got him in a mid stoppage, right? KO and or submission, whatever, right? Either or, and I got him in a decision.
Yep.
Okay, brother. We'll go to the next fight. Try to get through this quickly as possible every time now, because our time is very fucking. All our time is valuable, people. All of our time, not Pulse. I know Pulse fucking appreciates that, and I know. So check this out now. It's still minus 240 for Aldrich, JJ Aldrich, and plus 200 for Lipsky. It hasn't changed at all. The Queen of Violence. It hasn't changed. I got Aldrich in this one because I went with the Queen of Violence one time, Pulse, recently, and she let me down. I think it was the last time. And I don't like inconsistent fighters, even though I know anything could happen. But Aldrich, I like what she's doing. She's and she lost to her last fight, just to be fair, people. She lost to Erin Blanchfield. Submission, standing guillotine choke 8 months, 3 weeks ago. So I know she ain't gonna let that happen again. So yeah, I'm taking Aldrich in this one. Who do you like on a decision? Who do you like? Real quick, do you want to hear Tapology's? Aldrich, 78% got Aldrich, and 22% got Lipsky out of 2,260 people so far.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm picking Aldrich by decision. Lipsky is like I look at her like
a. She's just very not. What's it called, right?
She's an IG model. She's not a.
Oh, is that what it is? I was trying to figure that out. Okay, thank you,
yeah.
thank you for the 411 on that, bro.
I think Aldrich is more of a fighter. She's a little bit tougher, better hands, and yeah, I'm picking Aldrich.
I agree. No, I agree. And you know what it is? If Lipsky, you can't go into fighting half-fast. You have to eat, sleep, breathe it. If not, you ain't gonna, you're gonna have one win, 2 losses, 1 win, another loss. That's how your career is gonna go.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's levels to this shit, people. And if you're not fucking in it to win it, then you might as well just fucking go find a fucking I don't know, use your brain and just work smarter, not harder, I guess. But anyways, next fight. We got Mario Bautista versus Guido Canetti. This guy sounds like a perfect fucking paisan Italian right here.
Yeah.
Canetti. Yeah, like he's out of Argentina. Wow. No, I knew he was out of Argentina. I know he's not Italian because I've seen this kid fight before, but I forgot where he was from. I actually like Argentina. And I know he's 43 years old, Pulse. 95% still in Tapology. Out of 2,281 people and 5% for Canetti. So, yeah, 95% got Batista. I got Batista on a submission in the second round. I'm going to move that to the first round. Real quick, plus 600 for Canetti and minus 900 for the man from Glendale, Arizona, Bautista.
I'm with you all the way. I'm going first round knockout for Batista.
Ooh, you got the knockout. I got the submission. I love it, bro. You got balls of steel, my friend from Texas. I love it. Texas and fucking Boston. This is pretty fucking good. I like it. I wish Kiwi was, he said he'll come on during the fucking pay-per-views and stuff because, he's just going through some shit right now. Nothing bad. He just had surgery a couple months ago. That's all.
Okay.
Kiwi's good, man. And Jay did the thing this morning. He's at work right now. You know what I mean? So he'll jump in on Savage Inc. 2 picks, weekly. There's a lot of people that can jump in. Pulse, if you know people, I can fit 10 people in there. So if you know people that are going to agree to disagree and no fucking arguments, you bring them in, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Only people we can count on, though. You know what I mean? That's it. I don't want to be waiting around like you. I know you don't want to be waiting around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I got some friends that are big fight fans that would love to join.
Yeah, they could definitely come on. And if you think one of them can add or a couple of them can add something to this podcast, bring them on. They're welcome in. You know what I mean? I'm a team player. I don't care where the fuck you're from. It's just where you're at.
Right.
Even though I'm very proud where I'm from. You know what I mean? And I know you're proud of being from Texas too, bro. You know what I mean? You have every right to be. Texas is an awesome fucking state. It really is.
Yeah.
I love fucking Texas. I really do. You never know. I might be moving down there another year this year. You never fucking know. This next fight here, do you want to read off a couple fights? We'll just go back and forth. You do 3, I'll do 3, something like that. So that way you're more involved, Pulse. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if you don't want to, that's fine. I'll do it. That's fine. If you don't feel, it's up to you.
That's fine.
All right, cool. Brother.
We got Cedric Dumas versus Josh Fremd.
Yep. And if you don't see the lines, I got the lines. Just tell me.
Okay. No, I don't see him, and I don't know too much about him.
Do you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So it's still the same as the screen. And the only thing that's different is in 1,357 Tapology predictions. There's 2,222 now. And there's 90% for Dumas and 10% for Fremd. So they went up 1% and went down 1% for the favorite. So minus 140 for Dumas and plus 150 near even for the big Yints, Josh Fremd. I wonder what Yints means. I'll have to look that up later, bro. I want to know what that means. I love some of these AKAs these people use, but at least they're original. I can't stand ones that are already been used.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you like in this one, my man? Or do you want? I'll go first this time because that's the way we've been doing. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna go with I'm going with the upset on this one. Freen KO round 3. I think it's gonna be a war, and I think he's gonna take him to deep waters, the underdog. With the 2 losses too, he's had 2 straight losses. 3 months ago, he got guillotine choked. So I was very hesitant on this pick, but I'm going with Fremd and the other 10% of Tapology community, and it's probably going to be a lot more than that tomorrow. Go ahead with yours, Pulse. I'm sorry.
I'm not too familiar with them, so I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to go Fremd as well.
Yeah, I just think these hungry fighters, we'll see how hungry they are, and I've seen them fight. I've seen tape on them. They're both really good fighters. You know what I mean? Both of them are really good. But Fremd is a ranked fighter worldwide.
Okay.
This kid, number 15, I don't know. I've only seen a little bit of footage on him. I didn't see enough to where, I didn't see the consistency. I only seen 2 fucking fights from him. I couldn't find no more. But, yeah, Dumas is pretty good, though. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This is a pretty close fight. Fremd, yeah, I got Josh, whatever, the big Yints. The big Yints, and I got him in a 3rd round KO. And you got him when?
Like I said, I don't know too much, so I'm going to take your advice. That's what I'm going to lock in on Tapology.
Okay,
I'm
you're just going to go with my pick, the 3rd round KO?
Yep.
Okay. All right, he's got the 3rd round KO just like I did. I just kind of took a chance, even though I didn't take a chance. I know who this fighter is, and I know who the other kid is. I just like Paul said, there isn't a lot of fucking shit on this kid. Believe me. Next fight, Post. We'll just go 3 at a time.
Okay, we got Rafael Sunsao versus Davy Grant, and my pick is Davy Grant by, I'm gonna say 3rd round TKO.
Wow, I got Grant too, and let me see if the line's changed. It's still minus 165 for Grant, and it's still plus 135 for Rafael. Yeah, I got Grant in a decision. So you got him in the stoppage, and I got him in the decision. So we're both on the same, time scale. It's going to be might be a knockout, long fight, or someone's getting knocked out in the end. Okay,
yeah.
One more pulse, and then I'll bang out the next 3.
Okay, the next fight we have Lucas Bresky versus Carl Williams.
Sir.
This is a heavyweight fight, so I guess I don't think it's gonna last too long. So I'm gonna go 1st round knockout, and I'm gonna go Bresky.
Smart pick. Okay, I don't know if this changed or not. Yeah, so it's still minus 170. There's 2,207 predictions in there now. It was 56. It was 63% yesterday or the day before. Now it's 56% for Bresky. So the money's coming in on Williams. I got Bresky too. 2nd round KO.
Okay.
And like you said, heavyweights, it's usually a knockout, but sometimes they just sit there like Francis and Derek Lewis did. They're gun shy. You know what I mean? Gun shy because they know they can be caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Heavyweight power is a real thing, people. It really is. I'm a heavyweight. I know. I know for a fact. Next fight. Okay, so we're almost through this now. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights left. Okay, so Vitor Petrino versus Anton Turalj. Am I saying that right? Turalj.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Takal. That was my fault. I'm gonna call you Takal. Method Man.
Shout out to Method Man.
Shit did they be smoking? Takal. I got Petrino in this in a submission round 2. 74-26. It's still the same. 2,200 people have picked, and it's still the same percentage. And let me see real quick. Minus 140, and it's still the same odds. So I got Petrino in a submission round 2. Who do you got? Who do you like, Post?
That sounds good to me. I think I'll go with Petrino by sub 2.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know that submission is a really small amount of people believe in that. It's probably about, if I'm looking at it right, which I'm good with numbers, it's probably about 5 to 10% or 7-8% of people think it's going to be a submission. Most people think it's going to be a knockout, like about 80% or 2/3. You know what I mean? And the other 20% or whatever it is a decision. So yeah, I got Petrino submission round 2, and you're going to go with the same thing, brother? Okay.
Yep.
That sounds good. Next, we got, oh shit, look at this cocksucker. The cocksucker is not a put down, people. It's just how we talk here in the Northeast. That's all it is. Joey Diaz, I was doing it. Well, you're a little older than me, but I was doing this since I was young too, calling people cocksuckers, believe me. Saeed Nurmagomedov versus Jonathan Martinez. Now, I like Martinez. I've always liked this kid for some reason. There's something about this kid, but I cannot, you know what? Minus 195. The line hasn't changed. No, the line hasn't changed, but 2,400 people predicted so far, more than 1,530. Like tomorrow will be, around 3 to 5 to 6 to 7,000 people predictions, but 85%. So it went down 1% for Nurmagomedov, and Martinez is at 15%. I'm going to go with Martinez. This is the only Nurmagomedov I don't believe in. I think he's a little inconsistent once in a while.
You know what? A lot of people say that he's the runt. He's the runt of the litter. So
yeah, you know, I've heard that before too, Paus. But listen, this guy's a great fighter. By no means is he a tomato can. He just doesn't seem like the cousins Umar and Usman. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that. I don't know. He don't have that it thing about him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But Martinez does, and I'm not saying Nurmagomedov. I think it's pretty smart to take him. You know what I mean? If you bet money, if you're betting your mortgage or whatever, you gamblers out there, I don't know. Small bets ain't gonna hurt anybody. That ain't ever gonna hurt you. But Martinez, I just think Martinez could be something special. Ranked 23rd, and because of his name, Saeed is ranked number 11, and rightfully so. That division is stacked, though. Yeah, I'm going to go with Martinez with the plus 160 slight underdog. It'll probably be a lot higher than that, probably, or maybe a little bit lower. So I'm going to get him in there now. Martinez, I don't think it's going to be a submission. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Oh, you know what it is? I changed it to Magomedov yesterday. But I'm going to go with a decision win by Martinez.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go late round stoppage for Martinez.
Oh, you like Martinez? I love it, brother. I fucking love it. And I don't me and Kiwi, he picks all kinds of different fights, but most like half of the fights were on the same fucking things. He just has a lot of balls and picks really crazy shit. And guess what? Like half of the times it comes true. Like remember that big, what's that big guy, heavy set guy? At light heavyweight or whatever, he does action, and he's always really good mood, happy. He did the spinning back kick. Kiwi called that a round before it happened.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Kiwi knows his stuff.
Right on the fly, right on the fly, bro. Right on the fly. He just called it right now in the chat room. I don't know if it's because he's 16 hours ahead of us and he knew before us. I don't think so. You know, I don't think it was that.
No,
okay,
Kiwi,
we got
Kiwi.
Ricardo Ramos versus Austin Lingo. I'm sorry, Paul. Go ahead, say something, bro. Go ahead. It's fine.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, I got Austin Lingo in this fight.
Oh, no, I wasn't rushing you to pick. I thought you were saying something. I thought I cut you off, brother.
No, I was just saying. Yeah. I'm going Lingo.
Okay,
I'm going Lingo.
I cut you up by accident. That's never on purpose. I gotta let you know that, bro. That's with everybody. It's never on purpose. No. Okay. You can, please say what you want to say. It's never personal. You know that, bro. I don't make it personal.
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying Kiwi is definitely knowledgeable.
Oh, he is very knowledgeable. He always beats himself up. I'm like, what are you talking about, Kiwi? You know, you've been watching this shit since you were a fucking kid. You love it. And I met his cousins from New Zealand on a FaceTime on Discord. What good people, like my type of people. You know what I mean? And probably your type of people too. Real. You know what I mean? None of that fake shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Kiwi a lot. I consider him a dear friend, actually. Who did I take in this one? I got Ramos on this one. And 2,259 people have picked so far. It's still at 88% and 12%. Plus 230 and minus 300 is still the line, people. So 2-inch reach for Ramos, people, just to let you guys know that out there. I try to give you guys a little plug on every fight. I know you can't teach reach, but you gotta tell people out there before if they don't know it, you know, maybe you're giving them a gem. Listen, donate to the channel. It's gonna go half the Pulse and half to me, or it's gonna go back into the channel in the podcast. Because this ain't just a channel, this is a podcast too. There's audio version on every podcast app. So I try to give people those things that I see during the week as I'm doing my research. So I'm just letting you know, I'm always trying to give you guys a plug. You gamblers out there. You know what I mean? I know me and Kiwi made you guys money. I know we did. Who do you like? Who do you like in this one? You going to go with Ramos too, did you say, or Lingo?
No, I'm going with Lingo. I think he's got
Lingo, right? That's what I thought. I'm sorry. And what did you say? What way?
I'm gonna say second round KO. He's got crisp boxing.
Okay, no, he does, bro. You're right, brother. You're right. I worry about his cardio. That's what I worry about. That's the only thing with this kid Lingo. It's the only thing I worry about is his cardio. These guys want to try to be bodybuilders and shit. And there's nothing wrong with it. If you already have cardio, there's nothing wrong with being stronger but bigger. If you're trying to get bigger and not build lean muscle, that bulk needs extra oxygen and it takes from your cardio. So unless you get used to it, unless John Jones ain't gonna get tired. You know why? Because he wouldn't get in that octagon until he knows he could go 5 rounds without getting tired. So people said he was gonna get tired. I'm like, no, Gane's gonna get tired before him. And it's not a fucking slight on Gane at all. I'm not shitting on Gane at all. I just know there's levels to this shit, and Gane never fought nobody like Jones. And I knew that was gonna be the fucking case. And even Francis Ngannou ain't on Jones' level. Even Francis would probably say, in all reality, he would say, well, this is a really tough task. This is probably my toughest task ever. Even more than Stipe. You know what I mean? And Stipe is a tough fucking task.
Oh, yeah.
Stipe ain't no joke. When I see Stipe get knocked out like that, well, Overeem, first of all, and then when I see Stipe go down like that, I'm like, damn, his leg folded with him and shit.
Yeah.
Stipe jumped in, thought because he did catch Francis, caught him good, and then he exploded in. And he usually don't do that. And that's when Francis with that little check left hook. And I was shocked to see that check left hook from Francis. I was like, wow, this guy evolved with wrestling and everything. You know what I mean? I was like shocked how good he got. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm really happy. I'm happy for Francis. I like Francis a lot. His story, like 7 times get dropped off in the desert to die, because that's what happens to more than fucking 90% of the people that get dropped off there that get caught. They don't make it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy's story they got to do a movie or a book or something on his story.
Oh, yeah. No, he had a rough upbringing, but I'm glad to see he's making money now.
Damn straight, bro. And I'm glad he's standing up. I'm not really glad he stood his ground. I'm glad he stood his ground. He's had so many calls, only he knows, and he can't say nothing because of the contract. He only say it at a certain date. So that's why he's being quiet, but I'm guaranteed he's already going to make 20 or 30 million on one fight. And then he might come back and fight Jones or whoever wins that UFC belt. Dana White will say, I'll give you a guaranteed 20 million and a certain percentage of the purse pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Or something. Dana White knows how to lure people back for some reason. He just does. You know what I mean? So I don't think we've seen the last of Francis in the UFC. I'm just saying for one fight. You know what I mean? For a super fight or something.
I don't mind him chasing this bag. Going
I
to
don't
boxing.
either, bro. I want to see him he's all set for him and his mom and his family or whatever, right? And then he's just fighting, and you don't got to worry about nothing down the road. You know what I mean? So they can just concentrate on fighting. You know what I mean?
But I got to be honest. I don't know how well it's going to go for him if he fights Fury.
Oh no, I don't. It's not going to go good with any boxer, bro. I hate to say it.
Wilder,
Yeah, Wilder is actually learning how to box since he fought Fury. That was the worst call out ever. Whoever told him to call out Fury was a moron. And I'm going to tell you that right now, people. I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is. I respect Deontay Wilder. I'm the one that came on here and stuck up with this guy and said, no one's fought less than 10 amateur fights. I think he had 9 at the time and won a bronze medal in the Olympics. Do you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
He did it for his daughter, people, Wilder. So before you shit on Wilder, I don't like excuses either. That's the only time I ever shit on that guy. But there's levels to this shit. And Fury's been fucking boxing since he was 5, 6, 7 years old. Every day in the gym. So that guy, 7 feet tall almost, right? He has reached more than Wilder, right? And he realized in that 12th round, he beat him the rest of the round. He just pushing, being aggressive and not worrying about those punches no more. That just knocked him down to the ground and shut his eyes out for fucking 2 seconds. You know what I mean? So once he got up, he won the rest of that round. That's why it was a draw. That's why Wilder didn't win. You know what I mean? So, and then we both know what happened the next 2 fights. See, Wilder couldn't punch, throw check hooks moving backwards. Or, you know what I mean? Lateral movement, all that. Fury knows that like the bat. You don't have to think about it. It just happens. So there's levels to boxing. And Francis, if he takes 2 years, does it every single fucking day, well, then you'll start seeing him beating those top 5 fucking pros.
Yeah.
He'll have a chance. You know what's going to happen, Pulse, is his arms are going to get tired.
Yeah.
He's so big, man. Hey, there is no can't. There's only can. But I'm just saying, odds are 99%, 98%. Fury will give him a boxing lesson. Deontay Wilder will set up that knockout punch, and he will get knocked out. But that should be the fight that happens, them two. Because they're both the hardest hitting fucking punches in fucking any sport. Other than Muay Thai. There's some hard hitters in Muay Thai. Believe me. This guy's 135 that hit fucking really hard. Man, there was some KOs fucking this morning on one championship. Man, they had to stop fights fucking every other fucking round after the prelims.
Yeah.
The main events. All the main card, I mean. So people go check out those one fights on the prelims are good too. Don't get me wrong, but there was like one or two that were horrible. But so Ramos, I got Ramos. Okay, so here's the last three fights. These are yours, I guess. Yeah, these are yours. All right, so Ramos, I got in a decision, and who you got? Lingo and what? Pulse.
And I'm gonna say second round TKO.
Okay. All right, brother. I just want to write these down so I can give people. Well, we could always just give out. I don't even have to write them down. We can just show our Tapology percentages every week so people know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Down the road, you know what I mean? I show mine once a week or once a month, whatever, just show people where I'm at. So next fight we got right here, brother. I'll tell you if anything changed. Go ahead. I'll let you do the last three, brother.
Okay, we got Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. And man, I don't.
All right, I can do it. Nikita Krylov and Ryan Spann. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead. Nothing has changed, bro, except 2,386 people. 52% on Krylov. It was 54 and 48% on Spann. So, but nothing has changed with the lines that I can see. Nope.
Well, I've been going back and forth on this one. I think ultimately I'm going to go Krylov in this one.
All right. Do you know Ryan Spann got a 4-inch reach advantage?
That's true, and he's coming off a big.
He said he never trained for fights prior to this.
I heard him say that, and he's coming off a big knockout win of Dom Reyes.
With that fucking jab or whatever the fuck it was. I think it was a jab, a really stiff jab. Already had him hurt, I guess. Remember?
Yeah, but
yeah, You're right. Why were you leaning Spann all week? Because I was leaning Spann myself, bro.
I was, but the thing is, Ryan Spann is the same guy that went to a split decision with Sam Alvey, and the winner.
You're right. No, you're right.
The win over Reyes was good, but Reyes has been getting knocked out a lot lately. So I don't know. I don't know if he's ready for Krylov. I think I'm gonna pick Krylov in this one.
Yeah, I actually went to Krylov too, and Krylov. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me, people. That was horrible. Fucking iced coffee. I'm sorry. Blame it on the iced coffee, but it's just a human thing. I'm sorry, people. I burped. Yeah, I was leaning Spann all week, and I changed. I didn't even change it. I didn't even pick. I just waited to the end of the week, and I kept thinking about it and looking at Krylov's fight and looking at Spann's fights. Now that Spann is evolving and he's getting better, I think Krylov's gonna be too much of a problem for him. I think Spann has a problem getting tired. You know what I mean? He does get tired, but if he's training for fights now, he might be a problem for people. I know he's 31 years old, but he's still young. You know what I mean? This guy could be the next champ in another 2 years or another year from now. He could be that good. You know what I mean? Maybe something sparks in his head. It's with the training, and he gets the right fucking trainers, or whatever happens. Shit happens. You know what I mean? But I find it hard to believe that he don't train for these fights. But at the same time, not really, because I've seen people fight for 3 hours without stopping and getting killed and killing, like fucking destroying each other and not stop.
Well, back in the days, Jack Dempsey, Jack Dempsey's era, they used to fight for hours.
Yeah, Dempsey would fight without eating for 3 days. He'd fight 3 fights in a day just for money.
Yeah.
And knock motherfuckers out.
Oh, yeah.
Without eating for 3 days. So people would be complaining, I haven't eaten. Actually, do you know that not eating for a day and fasting is actually really good for you?
Yeah.
It cleans out your fucking whole system, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just it's I got Krylov. I got Krylov second round KO. What do you got? You got Krylov what?
Same thing. Second round KO.
Okay. All right, second round KO. Wow, we're both pretty much on except for one fight or two fights tops, I think. All right, let me change this. Let me just make sure this is the same. I think it is. No. All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. I gotta change after.
So in the co-main, we've got Alexander Volkov versus Alexander Romanov, and I'm gonna pick Romanov by submission in the third.
Wow, I like that fucking pick. A submission in the third when they're all sweaty and bloody. That's the hottest time for a submission. But I'll tell you, you got a lot of guts to fucking take that pick, brother. I admire you for that, bro. I do. That's why I told you like a year ago, Pulse. Anytime you want to come on here, you're welcome, brother. And I'm glad you finally did, brother. But yeah, I got who did I have? I got Romanov on this fight. What do I got? I got a KO in the second round. This is another heavyweight bout, people. And for those that don't know, but Volkov does have that fucking 5-inch reach. Holy shit. I'm gonna stick with my pick. Fuck it. Second round. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with submission too. I'm going with submission second round because of the sweat and the blood isn't too severe in the second round in the beginning or whatever. But fight starts standing on the feet. But that long reach, man, for Volkov. And now it's 2,460 people. Yes, it was 1,543 or whatever it was. Yeah. So, yep. So everything stayed the same except for the amount of people that picked on Tapology. Shout out to Tapology. People, check out Tapology. You know what I mean? It's pretty good for fighters. It's really good, actually. It's my favorite. Here we go. This is that was the co-main. This is the main event here. What do you want to spit out the main event post for your first week here, brother? You might as well, bro.
Okay, in the main event, we've got Piotr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili, and I'm picking Piotr Yan. I'm picking Yan by mid-round. This is a 5-round fight, so I'm gonna go mid-round TKO for Piotr Yan. I think he gets back on track.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll talk about this fight for a minute or two if you have, because we're only on 51 minutes. I like to do like around 45 to an hour, so we cut this off in 5 minutes. But you wanted to talk about this fight a little bit. I think they've been a lot of people have been shitting on Peter Yan. Listen, this guy's elite, people. He's not and I'm not saying Merab is any tomato. Okay, he's not. He's elite too. But to shit on Peter Yan, yeah, you must not know fighting, or you're just a biased motherfucker, or you're a racist motherfucker, or you're just a piece of shit. Yeah, you know, you got to look in the mirror. Would you say that to his face? That's what I need to know. I just need to know that, because I would if I didn't like something about him, I would say it. But I, you know, any fighter that gets in that fucking boxing ring or octagon or cage or anything, I respect them. You gotta respect them. Unless you've been in a ring before. And then, you know what I mean? Because I've been there. I know. It takes balls to get in there. And if you're a tough guy, you'll find out when you're in there. You know what I mean? That's when you'll find out. Yeah, I think Peter Yan is one of my favorite fighters because I know he brings the violence every time and he brings the technique. I mean, the guy is so fucking technically good. And he reminds me of like a white fucking Tyson. What they used to call me when I was younger, White Tyson. Like, I hit really hard. So this kid hits really hard, but he hits like 4, 6, 8 punch combinations, and then he's fucking throwing flying knees and kicks, and you know, his takedown defense is great. His fucking wrestling is over average. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. But this guy, oh shit, I didn't even have the fucking. See, this is just knucklehead shit. Blame it on the weed, man. I'm sorry, brothers. There it is right there. So 75. So it was 75% on Yan right now. And it was 26 yesterday. Now it's 25%. And it was 1,607. Now it's 2,537. So it's like almost 1,000 more people. And it'll be like double that tomorrow, right before the fights, people. So a lot of people on Tapology and a lot of knowledgeable fight entrepreneurs in there, and very, very smart. You know what I mean? Very smart people in there. Peter Yan, I believe he wins this. They're throwing him to the Lions every fucking time. He never fucking complains. He signs the fucking contract. Whoever the fuck you fucking put in front of me, I'm gonna fight. I really like this kid a lot. And like I said, people, I got Russian friends. I got Ukraine friends. Like, I just don't like their fucking I don't like communism and shit. I come from a free country. I was born in a free country. But my ancestors come from fucking Ireland, Sicily, and Germany. So my grandfather on my mother's side was German. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, there's good people all across the world. All I ever see this guy do is work hard. Marab too. This guy's a savage too. I just see Peter Yan. I always try to get the names right, even though I know his name. But saying it right is a whole different fucking thing, people. I'm sorry, but we all know who he is. Do you have anything you want to say about Yan or Marab? Anything?
Yeah, no, Jan is on a 2-fight skid, but I feel both those decisions were bullshit. I think he won.
We were talking about this earlier. Go ahead. Yeah, this is a good point, Pulse.
Yeah, so I think he gets back on track, and I got him by finish. I think he makes a statement in this fight to show people who forgot that he still got it.
Yeah, I had a decision. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna move mine to a finish too. I agree, bro. I definitely agree. I'm gonna go with a round 4 stoppage. I think it might even happen earlier. If it does happen, it might even happen in the third or second. But yeah, I like him in a stoppage too. A lot of people have been shitting on him. Have you seen that? Have you seen people shitting on him or taking him lightly or anything?
Yeah. Some people have, but you could make an argument he's still the best bantamweight in the world. I think because he lost the title because Aljo played dead from that knee. But
that's right. Hey, Anthony Smith didn't do it against John Jones, huh?
No, he didn't.
Better man than me. I gotta admit, I don't know if I was like thinking like that. See, I don't think like that though, so I probably would have did the same thing Anthony Smith did. But yeah, but Sterling did, in his defense, he did come back and prove he was the better fighter because he did beat you. You think he won versus us? You think he beat Sterling
in the rematch?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a big deal, like it really isn't, bro. Like everyone has their own opinions. Everyone's entitled to them. You know what I mean?
It was close. It was close. It could have gone either way. I wasn't mad with the decision.
No, I agree. No, the more, if there's anything, just keep talking, bro, because I cut you. I don't mean to do it, bro. I do this to everyone, brother. So just tell me why. Yeah, because I'm thinking back. The more you're saying that, it's making me think about it. I'm like, damn, you know what? It could have went the other way.
Yeah, no, it was 50-50. I wouldn't say it was a robbery, but I did score it for Jan, but I could see the argument for Aljo.
I seen the other fight with O'Malley. O'Malley definitely earned my respect in that fight. He earned my respect.
That was a robbery to me.
Yeah, I don't think he won that fight.
Yeah, me neither. I thought he beat O'Malley, but the three guys sitting cage side saw it another way, so we got to go with what they say.
It's kind of like this weed's killer, man. I'm sorry, people coughing in your fucking face and in your ears or whatever. Here's the thing, right? O'Malley, I earned so much respect for him. I really did. In Abu Dhabi, in a mostly Muslim, place, all Muslim actually, you know what I mean? Like in a beautiful place too. Abu Dhabi is beautiful. And for him to take them shots and fire back, and I mean, listen, this is the comparison I'm going to make, and it's not even really close. I'm just going to give you guys a little ring and endorsement before I jump off and Post jumps off. This is what happened with, remember Patty the Batty? All the kids. I never seen so many little tiny kids. I'm talking about kids, like not even double-digit years old, or maybe double, right? 11-year-old, 12-year-olds, right? With fucking bowl cut fucking wigs on. And there's no way Patty the Batty won that fight, but the judges gave it to him. because you know why? It makes more money. And I'm not saying that's the reason the judges did it. I'm just saying you got all little kids in there. It's their hero, and if their fucking hero loses, right? It's like you know what I mean. It's getting a little too far. It's getting to be a little bullshit, man.
I mean, O'Malley's don't get me wrong, he's an elite striker, but I just don't like his style with the rainbow and all this stuff.
I don't like it either, bro. I don't like it either. But you know what? You know what he would say to us? He'd say, "Okay, show me your cars. Show me." I go, "Okay, I'm gonna show you my balls and how hard I hit because I'm a heavyweight.
Right.
I'm a natural heavyweight my whole life, and I can actually throw these things. I actually trained to do it all my life, almost all my life." So yeah, I've been fighting a long time before you were a kid, and I'm gonna teach you a lesson. But no, but if he said that, right? You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not a fucking I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be famous. I just want to help people out, and I'm passionate about the fight game. So if I could talk to people all across the world, which I couldn't do growing up, because I had a pager and I had to run the payphones to make my calls or remember my fucking numbers in my head. You know, I come from the old school. That's all it is. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. It's my opinion. And like everyone else has it's the weed, bro. Nick M. Thank you, my man. Patty's a draw. At least it should have been a draw. Thank you. Oh, Nick Morganelli from Weymouth. This kid's a pro fighter right from he lives 2 towns away from the city here, Quincy. He lives, and actually they call it a city that way he lives. They have a mayor there now, so they call it a city. He said it should have been at least a draw. Post, what do you think?
I don't even think that. I think it was a robbery. I had Jan winning 2-1.
Yeah, same here. But a draw would have been better than a loss for Jan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For his record, and you know what I mean? And this kid right here, Nick Morganelli, he kind of reminds me of Peter Yan. A tough kid, throwing punches. Like this kid's a pro boxer. I used to see him down the gym years and years ago, but I forget. It's been so long. I haven't seen him. But I meant he is a draw. Oh, he is a draw. He said he is a draw. Okay. All right, Morganelli. I didn't know from Weymouth too. Morganelli, my partner here, Pulse. I've known him for like 3 years on Rush Hour MMA. You know what I mean? So he lives in Texas. It's funny. It's like I have to shout out the locals. You know what I mean? Pulse, what are you up to today, brother? What are you doing today? After we're gonna call it.
About to get ready to head into work and do that thing.
Okay. I want to stay blessed, my brother, and do your thing, brother. Get at me later on tonight in the Discord or whatever, or I give you my number or whatever, and we're gonna talk. Well, we'll go on the Discord and talk. Call me on the Discord or call me on my number when you get out of work, and we'll talk about the intro and the outro and how we want to do this and what we want to name it. Whatever the fuck, if you're gonna stick in there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. I'll talk to you.
I don't know. If you have a problem with the name, just tell me. You know what I mean? Because I just want you to be part of the transition and everything. That's all. You know what I mean? You're giving your time, bro. You know, an hour every fucking day. You know what I mean? I just when you're doing that, it's a 50-50 thing, in my opinion.
Right on. Cool. I'll talk to you a little bit later.
All right, Pulse. I'll see you tonight. See you tonight, brother. All right, people. Morgan, I was listening the whole time. Just wanted to say good show. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate your support, kid. I really do. I do, brother. I got to take this off here, Nick. I just got to give him his time because I know he has a dog to walk, and he's a responsible kid. He's training hard. He said he's overweight, so he's been training hard. Always asking me for training advice because for the past 3 years, lately he's been asking me for training advice. The past couple months or whatever the fuck it's been. But I offered him to come on here almost 2 years ago or whatever it's been since I've been doing this like on a serious level, doing it like at least 4 times a week. But now I'm on the 5 days a week, and I try to I used to throw a lot of motivational clips in there. I haven't started training people. You know what sucks? I don't got someone filming me and shit. And I kind of feel weird at the end of my workout. I'm pouring sweat. I finally got those demons out of my fucking head, them bitch voices. Oh, don't go train today, or whatever the fuck the case, whatever it is. For everyone's, it's different, right? But so I got thrown in fucking Marvin Hagler fights and John Jones fights, and look at my friend's fucking picture, Sig up on the wall, and think about what his father would be thinking about me, and Jimmy Farrell's father. You know what I mean? So I got to get out there and train daily. I've been, since the shutdown, I never cared about that. I showed my kids, I go, there's nothing to be afraid of. We've been fighting COVID fucking 120 years. So this was just a different strain, and they're always different. You know what I mean? But, it was attacking people with weak immune systems. So I was already been, training my whole life. I took 1 or 2 years off. I went up to 325 plus pounds. I was embarrassed. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to tell you people, right? It sucked getting back into it. That's the only thing that sucks is that first week. But it really don't suck. It's just you're sore. You get more tired, which I needed because I just got 5 years off of 17, almost 18 years of prescribed Oxycontin, oxycodone, and 12 antibiotics a day too, off of my same internal medicine in Quincy. So not like he's a quack or nothing. He just retired last year. And, he said anyone else, Robert, would be, professionals, they call you by your correct first name. But he's a real good guy. I'm not ragging on the guy. And that's why I never sued him. You know what I mean? Like I never sued him at Purdue Pharma. You know what I mean? I'm like, I knew what I was fucking taking. You know what I mean? But I got another 10 years out of work because of that thing, because of meds, to be honest with you. But once you're on those meds, you better be ready mentally because it's an emotional roller coaster. That's why I lost 70 plus dear friends way too young. They went from those pills right to that because those pills were $1 a milligram. So if you were doing 2 or 3 80s a day, you're paying 80, and 80. All right. I give you the, I'm good with numbers. I was in trigonometry in 6th grade and I got kicked out in 8th. So I'm like, these teachers can't teach me nothing. So I acted out and shit. I was coming from Brockton Y and shit. I'd be in there for 2 weeks. I go back to fucking Sterling, junior high school, middle, and they just started calling middle school and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? They took sports out. They took my dreams away. So I was a bad kid hanging around with other so-called bad kids, but they were the fucking most solid kids and toughest kids I fucking knew because I was the youngest kid out of all of them. But I knew I'd be tougher than all of them at 17, and I knew I was in my mind, and I never had to hurt any of them. I love every one of them. I miss every one of them every fucking day. They all died because of fucking that shit, people. People worry about COVID. Why don't you worry about fucking overdoses and fucking, look how many car accidents happen every day. All right? So you stop. We're getting way too complacent in this country. Huh? Listen, I never get politics involved in this, and I don't. I lived enough politics in my life, street life, prison, fucking juvie, all that shit. It means nothing to me, but it does mean something to me because I was in that world. So I treated it I treated people with respect who deserved it, and those who didn't deserve it said something stupid or cute or slick, tried to act slick, well, they got it. You know what I mean? Just the way it was in the 80s and 90s, as a teenager in the 80s and the 90s in your early 20s. You're coming out of prison, you ain't any better than you were when you went in. No fucking way. Are you fucking, no fucking way. Nick Morganelli, thanks, bro. You're a pro boxer. You were a pro boxer or whatever. I forget what. I know you were good. I remember that. I do remember you, brother. And I just wanted to say, see, that's a pro fighter on there, giving me my respect. And I'll always give him his respect because he's stuck with it. It's not that I didn't want to stick with it. I had a wife. I had a daughter, a really young daughter. You know what I mean? Like, it changed my whole perspective on life. So that job I was offered in the union, like I didn't have to go kiss ass. I was offered it and to be a boss too. So I could, that was fucking 80 to 120,000 a year, depending on the overtime you worked. You know what I mean? But I just like those 47 and a half hours for 40 hours. And I liked having the responsibility because I didn't party during the week. I partied on the weekends anyways. So it didn't fucking matter. But once in a while, you always go out on a thirsty Thursday. See, I haven't had one of those hangovers in 22 years, people. Without AA, my wife asked me to stop drinking on the weekends. I stopped. I gave it a shot. I was sick of fucking the birds chirping and then going for 2-3 days and shit. Not in front of my kid or my kids. Never. My kids, I've never seen. I think my daughter's seen me drinking in the morning like probably 2 times in her life. Like way back and then fucking, 90? Yeah, I think she was too young to even remember, like 3 years old or something, 2 years old. And that's what it was. That's what my wife said. I don't think you should drink no more. I don't want to ask you ever acknowledge you drinking on the weekends. And even she would have drinks and have her friends over too. These are people we grew up with our whole lives, people. So I would allow those people around but my daughter had her own room. I just trusted everyone that was there. You know what I mean? And when I say it's all done at 12 o'clock, it would be all done. But sometimes I keep fucking going, like all the way through the next day. You know what I mean? I fucking go to sleep. I wake up like Sunday night or something. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I feel like shit. So those days fucking suck, people. Those days suck. But I don't miss it. I really don't. I'm so happy that I beat all the, and I'm not trying to sound like a hero, people. That ain't me. That's not who I am. But I am proud of myself for coming off all those pills. I've seen so many people fail, not just from dear friends of mine. And those are the type of friends you can't replace. Nick, I'm sure you can relate to this. A coward dies 1,000 deaths, right? I grew up with kids that never took shit from nobody, ever. And my cousin, that was older than me, 2 years older than me. My first friend, he's 2 years older than me. Kids I played sports with were always at least a grade ahead of me. But the kids I played sports with in elementary school, they were in third grade. I was in first. So I never really hung with friends of mine from my grade. I always hung with older kids because those are the kids I grew up with. You know what I mean? So those kids you can't replace because I was in wars with those guys in the streets. And sometimes we'd be outnumbered and we'd always win. The savages, you know, and it's funny. When I was younger and, 13, 14, 15, I'd see, my dear friends just jump in front of everyone if someone was against like an older guy or whatever and just bang, you know what I mean? Bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? And so as I got older, like 16, 17, I would be the first one in. I'd be like, oh, I got this. You know what I mean? Even if it was 10, 20, it didn't fucking matter. Like, that's why I say these days, I seen friends of mine beat up 10 guys. Because once you hit 2 or 3, or even 1, the other 3 are fucking that are staying because they don't want to betray their friend. They're getting knocked out too. Because they're already scared. Mentally, they're already done, right? But fucking 90%, 99% of the time, the other fucking 6 run, or fucking 8 or 9. So, yeah, set precedents. Don't ever let anyone get 2 feet in front of you with animosity. If they come 2 feet in front of you with animosity, fucking left hook, bang, and I'm a righty. So I hit them with the left hook. They don't even IQ because they're gonna expect an overhand right or straight, just a jab or a headbutt right in the fucking, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, self-defense. You see these things, it makes me fucking laugh. I was saying earlier, expert fucking picks and shit like that, and gurus and shit, MMA gurus. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Who gave you that fucking title? I want to know. I got to fucking know who gave you that title. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Dana White can't even give you that title. You know why? Because he's a coward. He acts like a gangster there in Vegas. He's the biggest coward around here. Why do you think he ran from here? And I'm not fucking shitting on him. I'm telling the truth. I'm just being honest. He's a fucking coward. My mentor got that same call. He said, click, clack. That's my insurance, motherfucker. Click. Yep, true story. But it's so far back. What the fuck, right? That guy that fucking made that call, or the guy that he had made that call, or whatever, whoever it was, they're in prison or they're dead, or he's dead. I know one of them, the snitches, they're all fucking rats. They all rat on each other. Thank God Whitey Bulger didn't do drugs because he would have ruined a lot more people's fucking lives. That snitch fucking piece of shit. And I don't give a fuck if the brother's crying about it at all. He's a piece of shit. You killing women. Shit. Women? Leave women the fuck out of it. Women, and the brother didn't even rat on him either. Women, children, elderly, how much you don't hurt people like that ever. You don't shoot sideways and hit fucking women and kids when you try to hit someone else either. You know, that's the thing about the mafia. Why the feds crack down on the mafia? Why the feds crack down on our union? We have 1,500 fucking members. You know why? Because when you come before more powerful than them, physically, mentally, everything. But I found out the truth, see? Because judges were my lawyers, now they're judges. I got the truth from a lot of people. So out of those 1,400 plus, almost 1,500 people, they summoned everybody. And not because they did anything wrong, just to question them about, because they went after our fucking business manager, the boss, right? He's the boss. Not the president ain't the boss, it's the business manager, right? And Scott ain't no criminal. He ain't a criminal. He ain't even a felon. I did felonies. I was fucking 17, 18, and 14, and 15. This is just selling fucking joints. And then moves up the fucking years keep going up and selling cocaine. You know, you just keep gradually moving up because the money's so easy. But at that age, you're still not thinking. You know what I mean? It's just I'm partying like a rock star, and I'm bringing all my friends with me. So when you're sitting there every day with 100 of your friends and everyone is selling out 3 times a day, you're not going to fucking do that when you come from a single fucking family, no father. You never met your father till you were 32 years old, right? You almost met a left hook. Wasn't for my uncle, he would have. But honestly, I offered him out. Because I've had rage in I offered him out right in his fucking house in Pittsburgh. I go, stand up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. You better fucking respect me. That's what I said. So right in front of my uncle and my cousin, just so they can see, because I seen how we talked to them and shit. I go, you know, let this fucking punk talk to you like that? A guy that couldn't even raise kids. I raised both my kids, and I did prison time prior. So, you know what I mean? There ain't no excuse for that deadbeat dad shit. Fuck that. My son is, he graduates this year high school. He was the captain on the senior team. Halfway through the season, fractured his ankle really bad, high. So, yeah, there's like 35 schools that already won him. You know what I mean? For fucking a year now. So, yeah, like, I'm not worried. I got a 20. She'll be 29. Like, she's she's so smart. You know what I mean? My son won the culture kindness award in 8th grade. She was always high honor society. My son was mentioned in the paper, high honor site, even bigger than that. He was mentioned with like 5, 10, or 100 other kids, just being mentioned of, you know, was a quality human being. And, you know, I like this generation of kids. Like, I'll admit it. I babied my kids too, but I always showed them I always taught them never take shit from nobody except for me and your mother. Never fucking never be a follower, be a leader. Always do the right thing. You know what I mean? But never, always be there for your friends. Never tell on your friends. You know what I mean? Don't get involved in that shit in the first place. But if you do, because boys will be boys and kids will be kids, right? Yeah, so I always just told my kids the truth. You know what I mean? You know, you're going to have times in life, you're going to probably be fucking a little nervous or whatever the fuck, but that's normal as a kid. You're going to be nervous. But here's the deal. Pain is temporary, pride's forever, right? Tough times don't last, tough people do. It's the people that fucking, time heals all wounds. Believe me. I don't care how shitty you're feeling out there. I've been there. I know depression is real. Whoever says depression ain't real, Nizzo17@gmail.com. You show me facts that ain't real. I need to see them. I need to see them. And it's no poor me, because I ain't no poor me type of guy. Never have been. I was always happy, like going to my friend's house who had a, you know, really good mother and father. You know what I mean? But even they had problems. No one's life is fucking perfect. I got love from my mother. That's all I needed. You know what I mean? But sports, that's where I won Little League championships before I was even supposed to be in Little League. I was still in Fountain League. But I was so good as pitching and hitting, you know. Yeah, I won Little League championship my first year playing Little League. Pitched every single game. Yeah. So all these older kids I was playing against, that didn't mean shit to me. I had older friends. You know, it actually did mean shit to me. Because all those older friends I lost and younger ones that I brought along as my like younger brother type shit, I miss them all, man. It sucks. Every day I think about that shit. I'm like, man, I wish this one was here for this. I was in all legal stuff. That's all I think in my head. You know, I've worked my whole life legal, really. No bullshit. Even when I was hustling joints as a teenager, I was working in 5th grade, three nights a week after school. So I didn't have to ask my mother, who was broke, because she's fucking drank and fucking smoked her, right? Welfare section, all that bullshit. And my stepfather, you know, he worked hard. He was never lazy. He always worked hard every day at a machine shop. And he sold pot. And, you know what I mean? And he got caught. You know, I never got caught selling pot. It's weird. But yeah, I don't consider that like being a criminal. You know what I mean? But, you know, violent crimes, they consider self-defense is a violent crime. Can you believe that shit? So I'm standing out there on the corner at 1 in the fucking morning, and I shouldn't be there at 1 in the fucking morning, right? That's what the cops are going to say, right? Because who the fuck are they? They can't fucking judge you, right? Most of these cops these days. There are some good ones. I just want to let that be known. There are some good ones. When I see black people getting fucking beat up, like 5 and 6 cops beating them up, I know they can never do that with a cup president. Because if they were real tough guys, they'd take those cuffs off and they take their gun away too. Yep, that's what they would do. So that's the way they should do it. So if you want to go beat, black Americans up or white Americans, never did to me, because they always, first of all, I always say, all right, let's go. I'm not going to give you a hard time. I know the routine. Trust me. I'm going to be very quiet. All I want is my phone call, because I don't want to talk to you. So yeah, here you go. So yeah, it's the truth, you know. Fucking assholes. Just like when I think of shit that I see in the morning and shit, I'm like, man, it's a rough world out there, people. But listen, God will never give you more than you can handle. Trust me. You can the body and the mind. You're more stronger than you think. All you have to do is train for a while. Your confidence will go up. All that shit. Because when I was a kid, running all the time and playing sports and faster than all the older kids, I always knew I had something. I always knew it, you know, in my mind. That was my dream. I knew. So, you know, I just went with it. You know what I mean? And I grew up as a kid, with balls of steel and never gave a fuck. You know what I mean? I always had my fucking friends' backs. None of my friends could ever say, I got angels up there. That's why I wasn't rat on my dead friend after my head injury. After I fell up my stairs, bringing my German Shepherds up back. I wouldn't rat on my dead friend. My business manager's lawyer had that deal. I go, don't ever say that to me again. Pete, I respect you, but I don't want that deal. I looked at my lawyer, $30,000, man, go get me something I can do. And I felt Sig's fucking subconscious, you know, shouting to me, take it, Robbie, take it, you know, don't worry about it. Yeah. No, I didn't want them talking shit about him. You know what I mean? Because I was going anyways. Like I was already fucking driving by the kid when my ex-boss put the phone in my hand and put Sig on the phone. He's like, come get me around the corner. It's my problem. He's my problem. I go, no. He called me. I'm going to the door right now. It's going to be easy. He goes, I know it is right, but I brought him in. How's that make me look? He had a point. But when I seen him come out with a bottle of Crown Royal, I'm like, oh, fuck, this kid's been up all night. He's crazy. All my friends are crazy. I was crazy like that, too. I was the same fucking way. So, yeah, just a little history lesson there, kids. If the younger people are listening, even older, you could beat this shit. If I could beat it, you could beat it. I'm just mentally really strong, and I'm not going to prove everyone wrong every single fucking time. Every single fucking time. And I've lived that fucking way since I was a little kid because I had high expectations. I had mentors that were older than my older friends that picked me out of the fucking all of them. So I knew I was special, and that's how I knew. Because real money makers and real motherfuckers that never back down from and never take shit and set precedents and willing to put a fucking bullet in your head just to do so. Like, not joking. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm glad I grew up like that. You know what I mean? I'm glad I had those lessons. And it just made me not even scared even more. And not because I would call my friends, oh, come help me. You know what I mean? No. I just know people could be broke mentally, physically, anything. And you don't even need a weapon. I never fucking brought guns unless I knew the people I was going to see had guns. And then I bring my pistol. I bring a 45 or a 44. So I was shooting my fucking mentor's guns when I was 14 years old. I go test all his AR-15s, everything. He's a Marine. You know, what the fuck do you want? He's a trained killer. He loves guns. So me as a city kid, you know, I started figuring it out. I'm like, yeah, you got to have pistols. You got to have some pistolas, right? But here's the thing. I never carried those things around. I never shot at anyone. I came close, but I never shot at nobody. You know what I mean? I would never go shoot up a neighborhood or something like that. Never. Like, I'm responsible. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Like, these people stop killing innocent people for no reason. If you got beef with someone, you got to kill them. Go see them by themselves. There's always a way to get someone by themselves. And that's just because I'm a hustler. I know that. I used to have to meet people, but I wouldn't even want people bringing their friends to meet me sometimes. I was like, I trust you, but I don't trust them. You're lucky I trust you, right? So just be careful out there, people. Don't do the wrong thing. Take it from me. You know what I mean? I'm not crying about it. I'm glad I grew up that way. I'm glad I learned those lessons. It just made me a stronger man, and mentally and physically. But I would never, like, honestly. Cops fucking came to my house one time. I'm like, you're about 26 years late. You know? And that's honest God truth. You know what I mean? 26 years ago, you have a right to come to my fucking door. Not now. And not for a long fucking time. Since my kids were born, basically. But it even took me like a year or two till my daughter, I was still partying on the weekends, but I was still working all week, you know what I mean? So I was never a lazy person. And get that laziness out of you. Nick, you're a good man, man. Thank you, brother. Well, yeah, they were, brother. I'll tell you who Talk to Dana in person. I fucking know. I thank Dana. I did it like a short or a 5 minute. I go, thank you for not calling me a fucking liar. Because I know this shit because I actually live with my mentor was like a father, he actually came to my wedding as an usher. I should have made him my best man. I think I think he deserved that role. He was like more of a father to me than my stepfather, anybody. And it's not because my stepfather was a bad guy. No, not because he's a good guy. I still love my stepfather. I haven't seen my mother or my stepfather for 14 years. What would you guys out there fucking do? And I've offered my mother round trip tickets. So it's not like I haven't wanted to see him. I've offered to pay for it all. Nope, not till Chloe comes out. So I had those, for 2 pills for a guy he was with. They deported him. He's been here his whole life since he was fucking in diapers. So that's how fucked up the system is, right? So people stay out of that trouble and they probably won't fuck with you. 99.9% of the time, they won't fuck with you. But you see just certain shit that's very unnecessary. And police have a really hard job. Think about it. They're the first on the scene. They see people that kill themselves, then they think of their kids. So I can see how they can get fucked up. You know what I mean? So go talk to a counselor. They should have programs for cops. You know what I mean? So, I'm not shitting on the cops, people. I'm not. I love Fuck the Police. I like Cop Killer, all those tracks. You know why? Because I hated cops when I was a fucking teenager in early 20s. But then as you get older, 25, 26, you start having kids, then you realize, and you got to put yourself in their shoes and think about what they see. Would it drive you crazy? Because I know small shit gets to me. Small little tiny shit. And big shit, I never let bother me. I just nip it in the bud right away so it will never bother me. I go confront it. Face your fears. I'm not trying to be David God, anything like that. I can't be that person. If I got shit to say, I might as well just say it. If it's not going to hurt no one, offend no one, if it's only going to benefit people. And I believe I've gotten a lot of emails, a lot of nice notifications saying how much I inspired them or something. And that's all what I said at the beginning when I started this channel. It's for self-reflection more than anything. But if I could help one person somewhere in this world daily, then it's worth it. You know what I mean? I saved someone's life that day. Who knows if they stuck with it? Who knows if they, any of that stuff. But I did it during the shutdowns, everything. I was out there every morning. I was hoping someone would say something to me. No one ever did. I put on a mask when I go in the stores just to give people respect. And that's it, even though I know it doesn't fucking work. But I put the stocking up there with all the pot leaves just to show people I was rebellious. I don't give a fuck. But I care about women, children, and elderly. I'll always respect people if they're nice. You know what I mean? Never. I'm never looking for trouble. Was never a bully. Bullied the bullies. Thank you, Nick. And Rizzo, brother, my man, he's got over a year sober right there. He's one right there. Rizzo, I'm proud of you, bro. And you too, Nick. Congratulations on your new kid, bro. Nick Morganelli, I know you're having a kid, brother. I'm happy for you, bro. I really am, bro. Kids, my 2 kids. I had a son 2 years after I fell off my fucking stairs, 14 feet. I grabbed the railing and it gave on me. I went over both of my German Shepherds head first, 14 feet. 50-50 chance of living. They cut this hole in my head right here, the scar right here. They had to cut my skull open and stop the bleeding inside my brain and then put staples in it. And we'll see what happens. They told my wife. They said, you might have to wipe his ass for us. It was like, we don't know. Every 1,000 things we know, there's a million things we don't know. So, yeah, that's the truth. That was in 2003. I've been in like 20 fights since then. You know what I mean? Like, just because of people think they're tough guys. And I can't let someone disrespect me right in front of me. So people that talk shit online and there's no consequences, one of these days you're going to run into the wrong person. You're going to say something wrong to the wrong person. Because that's the problem with social media. And it's not even your fault because no one gave you a fucking manual. You know what I mean? This shit came out of nowhere. So it's not even really your fault. But trolls, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You never did nothing wrong with me. I don't let you run space in my head. Like, I don't even have trolls. I don't even go on social media that much. I'm not really that type of person, but I'm very flamboyant. I know YouTube is the real deal. Like, I know people are watching this all over the world. I have friends all over where I talk to them, monthly, whatever it is, randomly, whatever it is. I talk to them. And Rush Hour MMA over there, I talk to those guys weekly. You know what I mean? I don't even jump into Discord with them. You know what I mean? On fight day, I will. Like a couple of days when I start getting pumped up for fights. You know what I mean? The weekends. This morning was Muay Thai, ONE FC. I suggest you people out there that are fight fans, if you don't work days or something, or wake up early. If you work swing shift or night shift, like I did for a lot of years in a row, and I work days too. Like a lot of people didn't like night shifts, so I used to jump on that shit. I'll take that night shift, boss. And yeah, it's so these picks, right? So I showed you guys my my percentage, right? I showed you my percentage on the last show or this show, on this one that I did yesterday. Oh yeah, here it is right there. Just show you my picks, okay? I only pick UFC, elite level boxing, just the main cards of the co-mains. That's it. That's all I take, right? On really elite boxing cards, and only elite mixed martial arts like UFC, Bellator, and one. But I don't even pick one because I only know about probably 40% of the roster. You know what I mean? The UFC, I know fucking like 80, 90%, and I'm learning these new guys coming in every year. So I'm actually watching them come through, you know what I mean? So I watch UFC all the time. Even during the shutdown, they were the only ones that kept it going. So Dana White, give him props for that. Give him props for being a good businessman. Even though the fighters are definitely underpaid. I'm on the fighter side all the time. I'm not shitting on you, Dana White. I told that story because my mentor went through that and he didn't run. All right, but he wasn't married with kids either. So, as a businessman, you did really good. And come to find out the guy's a snitch piece of shit. So that must have made you happy. I would have been if I was you. But, yeah, bad guys, don't be bad guys unless you can handle it, honestly. I'm being honest. Get the fuck out of it. It ain't the right thing to do anyways. It really ain't. You'll feel better working legally. I did that young as a kid. So that's why I always, I don't know. I just think being lazy and being scared, it's the worst thing you could be. And it's not like a put down. I'm not saying don't be scared. Face your fears and you'll find out that you won't be scared. You're powerful more than you know, more than anyone knows. You just don't know the strength and your capabilities. Anybody out there. Morganelli, I told you this about a month or two ago, right? Then I say, stick with it, brother. You're still a good fighter. You were saying, anyone puts themselves down that I like, or even if I don't know you, I'll say, listen, don't put yourself down. If you like the reflection you see in the mirror when you brush your teeth in the morning, you have self-respect for yourself. So don't put yourself down. You know what I mean? Shit happens in life. Curveballs are thrown at us. You know what I mean? I didn't have a father slapping me in the face or whatever the fuck growing up and to teach me not to. But I did respect my elders. My mother taught me well. Never telling my friends, don't run from your friends when they're in trouble. Like all that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, and my aunt and uncle taught me the same exact thing. And my aunts and uncles and my cousins. You know what I mean? So when I was really young, you know what I mean? So running around with diapers on and shit. So yeah, I don't regret any of it. I love my wife, 31 years, just came up recently. My kids, my second one, I got to let go though, because he's 18. So he's an adult. So he wants to go do something. I can't stop him. That's the hardest part is letting your kids go and be adults. But my daughter's, she thought she knew everything. She came back up to 3 years or whatever. And she lived with us for 4 years or whatever. But guess what? I was happy she was here. It was right at the beginning of the shutdown and everything. So I was kind of happy she was here. So yeah, I was happy she was here. I was sad when she left with her fiance. But she learned, you know what I mean? But we didn't throw it in her face or nothing because we all got to learn, you know what I mean? All of us. You're going to have to learn life. And you younger people have so much information in your heads because all the information in the world is right in your hands. It's got to be tough for you guys. It's got to be tough. It's got to be tough for you kids. And if you're a 7-year-old, I'm calling you a kid. It's not that's not a disrespectful thing. A kid, when I call you kid, it's like, what's up, brother? That's what we say here. What's up, kid? Listen to Anakin Floyd. They're not even from Quincy or Boston area, the 617 area. They live Western Massachusetts, and they call each other kid. There you go. See, I'm not a liar. Brutally honest. People, I got to go. I went way past my time. Have a good night and a blessed day. Bellator is on tonight. A really good card, people. And tomorrow, we got fucking the card we just broke down. Me and Pulse Reloaded from Texas, my man. I've known him for 3 years. Really good people. That's one good thing about online. You meet some good people. Really, real people. You know what I mean? Not people that are scared. You know what I mean? He actually reached out to me and talked to me like through a Discord that were a part of Rush Hour MMA. So, you know, I met people through there and online that would actually FaceTime me or at least talk real to me. You know what I mean? Say, hey, I'm real too. You know, can we talk? You know, DM me or something. And I'd say, yeah, just call me on Messenger or DM me. Because I don't even like texting. I don't think it's a good way of communication. I think it's eye to eye. I know it's eye to eye. Phone, I didn't even like the phone. But at least you communicate. You can hear someone's mood. You get people say you're mad on a text. How do they know? They don't know your emotions. They have no idea. I'm happy every day. I'm blessed every day I wake up. You know, because I know I stared up in the face at least 1,000 times in my life, and I was laughing while I was doing it. So, you know, not scared. Don't be scared out there, people. Honestly, face your fears, and you'll feel a lot better about yourself, people. And I'm not even putting you down. I would never do that. I'm not going to hurt no one's feelings. I wouldn't want someone hurt my fucking kids' feelings and shit. You know what I mean? So, but they wouldn't take their shit anyways. I know they wouldn't. But I'm sure it hurts people. You know what I mean? I'm sure it hurts. You know, it doesn't hurt me. I swear to Christ, on my kids, it don't hurt me. You ain't gonna hurt me. If anything, you better pack a lunch, like my video says from Bruce Corner. Only video ever done on Bruce Corner. I did 2 albums. Like, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Their whole life, they never fucking do it, right? I said I was gonna do an album, and that's what my doctor said. Most people, well, you prescribe me all those meds. Oh, most people will be sitting on their couch taking disability. You're making albums and still working, you know, as a boss on tunnel fucking shifts, on tunnel jobs and fucking construction jobs in between the fucking tunnel jobs. Because you get that on merit, you know what I mean, through all the unions. So, in respect, in merit, because you're proven, get the job done, you know, proven. So people, I just wish people out there would like toughen the fuck up, just a little bit, just a little tiny bit, and think. Play chess. I was playing chess in 3rd grade. Don't play checkers, play chess. And then go back to checkers after you learn chess. Think 5-10 years ahead at all times, or even 6 months, or think a second ahead, a minute ahead. I don't care what you do. I'm just saying, think, you know, down the road. Because if I thought down the road a long, long time ago and fucking coming off the pain meds, I don't care if you go to a program, any of that shit. I didn't do that shit. I did it on my own, right? And a little help from my wife and stuff. Right? But she didn't understand what I was going through. So just remember this. You're gonna have this is something I got written down. I just want to make sure I said it before I get off, because then I'll regret not saying it. Then you'll feel great, right? You're not gonna feel any better doing that garbage. See, I had the pill problem. I was getting my pills for $10 a copay every fucking week. Every other week, because I was on so many, I couldn't get them every 30 days. I was on so many of the pharmacies, didn't carry that much or whatever, didn't feel comfortable giving me that much. But they did it for fucking 18 years almost, right? But they don't feel comfortable after a year or two, and they see my scars, they see my head injury, and I'm all fucked up from it, and I'm working and all this shit. I think that's the reason they didn't never question me about it. But a few cool pharmacists pulled me aside and said, I've never seen anyone on this amount of meds. Anybody. 10 cancer patients couldn't equal what you're on. I said, really? So my wife calling me a glutton and all that shit. I go, the fuck out of here. I work. I give you all my money. She was right. I was a glutton. Eventually you need them every single fucking day. If you don't, you're sick. Let me tell you something. You'll feel sick. You ain't going to die. If you come off benzos and alcohol, you can die. You can die. I'm not saying you will, because I came off benzos in prison. I didn't die. I was fine. I worked out 3 times a day and fucking couldn't sleep for fucking a month and a half. I got the last month and a half in sleeping, and I got out. You know what I mean? For the union thing. I paid $30,000 for a fucking 2 years, 6 months to serve. I was very lucky. That was the first county bid I ever got. I only got state bids when I was younger. And after being out for 10 years, you don't, you know, you just, when you're smarting the fuck up, the last place you want to be is in jail. But my friend died a week prior to my pre-trial. I'm like, there's no way. I'm telling on my friend. I didn't even have to think about that one. But after this, I thought, I'm like, man, maybe they won't put me in prison. Maybe they'll just give me a 5-year bracelet or something. And at that time, I wasn't doing nothing wrong anyway. So yeah, that's why I said to the cops, I was being honest. You're like 26 years late. I go, I don't know who the fuck's lying to you. But you know what? I can never be a CI, so you're going to bring me in. You know, he respected that so much. He said to me, what did he say? He said, there might be or might not be a summons in your mailbox. I go, listen, I can't be buddy with you or CI any shit. I go, I gotta go. Like, I can't do this. He goes, no. He goes, no. I know you're suffering. I know that's why I never see you buying this shit. Only I know who's buying it. I know who's not. I go, whatever. All right. Don't ever call me a fucking rat. You know? So that's why I say there's some good cops out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got a call unknown 3 weeks later, right? You're all set. Stay away from that shit. Stay away from that garbage, Bobby. That ain't for you. You beat all the odds. Don't be stupid. You still got a long life ahead of you. And I just said, wow. All right, thank you. I go, if I could ever do your lawn or something, like just to pay you back, because I know I would have paid a lot of money in lawyers. Now I got judges out my lawyers that actually know I'm a good person. You know, underneath all the craziness, I was just too comfortable in chaos, I guess. But yeah, I have morals. You know what I mean? That's why I say women and children, how can you ever do that? Like, you know what I mean? Elderly people, respect the elderly until they give you a reason not to. But always remember, they were a lot older than you. They've been here a lot longer than you have. You know, so yeah, respect the elders unless they give you a reason not to. And stay off the drugs, people, please, man. Like, if you can get off them, get off them. And it's going to take a little bit, but be patient. That patience is a virtue. Quote is really fucking true. I'm going to leave. I'm making an intro and an outro for this, but I got to play something. I got to play music when I come in and play out, when I play out. So I can see what fucking era I'm from, right? That's how you know. And everybody knows. I usually put it right up on the board, but I just write the copyright thing down, make sure I'm not making no money from your music. Fucking people, I've seen you guys, seen over 150 shows. That's what I was hustling for, to go see concerts every week, twice, 3 times a week, sometimes concerts. Went to a lot of shows, and I did a lot of shows with my 2 albums. I'm writing my 3rd album, 2nd time. So this one's for you, Pulse, my other host on this podcast / channel, channel / podcast, whatever you want to call it. But we're on every podcast. You have Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all of them. Podcast, everyone you got all across the world. And the video versions are only on YouTube right now. But one of these days, maybe Spotify will give me a fucking deal, or YouTube will give me a deal, or somebody will give me a deal, and I can still be myself, because the only way I can do it is if I can be myself. I can't fake it. You know what I mean? I can't be like a movie star. I can't be like that. You know what I mean? I can't fake the funk. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna leave with epic track. I'm trying to give these guys shout outs, these groups and shit that never get shout outs no more. Never. I was listening to Metallica when fucking Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning came out. Like, I seen them back then like 4 or 5 times. I seen Slayer 4 or 5 times in the beginning. Megadeth. Fucking, I seen them in clubs way before they were playing huge places. And I seen a lot of huge bands in huge places too. And I seen those bands in huge places too. And I seen a lot of bands in clubs too. I'm just looking for the right song for the day. Thank God it's Friday, right? So I'm gonna put something good on. So leave people with a good fucking thing. Oh, here's one from RZA, one of the most underrated producers ever. The guy that changed the game in '93 when I was listening to Public Enemy, KRS-One, Criminal Minded, Boogie Down Productions, Criminal Minded, KRS-One, and Scott the Rock, and all those guys, right? EPMD. NWA, all their solo projects. But I was listening to rock. I had a Hendrix thing up on my thing, ceiling when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. 8 tracks, The Doors, Hendrix, Kiss, the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I was very music with attitude. You know what I mean? Rebellious music. That's why I did 2 really horrorcore rap albums. You know what I mean? The first one's really horrorcore. They're both out there on CD Baby, Disc Makers, and what is it called? Reverb Nation, all those ones specifically. All right, so since this is Savage Ink Day, right? This is Damage Incorporated. Rest in peace, Cliff Burton, the original bass player. Well, the second bass player for Metallica, that was one of the most insane basses I've ever seen in my fucking life. And probably one of the most epic bass players ever plays it like a guitar, like Lemmy did from Motorhead. He plays that bass like a guitar. Like Tom Araya plays that bass as a guitar. Like so good. Rest in peace to him, Junior Clippers, Junior and Senior, just passed away this past year. God bless his soul, or last year, or this year, I forget. But very the first three Metallica albums, like and Injustice for All and Garage Days, in between Injustice for All, Master Puppets. I went to those tours, Master Puppets, Injustice for All. I seen all those tours. I seen Megadeth, Killing Is My Business, Business Is Good, Peace Out, but Who's Buying tour, and then So Far So Good, So What. So way in the early days. So when they started making albums with there's just one really good song and the rest are like this, not even speed metal, not even thrash. I'm like, you can't call them a thrash band no more. I gotta go on to something aggressive. You know what I mean? So yeah, but still to this day, I listen to all these bands. Every day I work out 6 days a week. So these are who I listen to. Hardcore rap, hardcore metal, hard rock from way back. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s music, I believe, will never be duplicated, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. But there are some good musicians out there. Definitely. Oh yeah, that's $1 million prize tonight, people, on Showtime on the Bellator card. I want to make sure people knew that. Yeah, it's a good card. It's a really good card. There's some fucking Khabib Nurmagomedov's cousin has. I think he just won the belt, so he's defending his belt for the first time tonight, and he's really good. So check him out and check out Benson Henderson, who's a fucking legend of the game, savage, and complete savage. And check out Bellator's card tonight. It's really good, man. You won't be if you're a boxing fan and you don't like MMA, well, you should go check out an MMA fight, really elite one. Then you'll see it's like an elite street fight. That's what it is. But you have to learn all those arts. See, I learned boxing, but I was already a tough kid, so boxing came easy to me. But learning wrestling and learning jiu-jitsu and learning like every single fucking asset, that's why they call it mixed martial art. 8 limbs and shit, Muay Thai, like it gets deep. Fighting gets deep. It's like music gets deep. You know what I mean? Check it out, man. Like I've been watching MMA since fucking Jesus Christ, since 93. Yeah, like halfway into 93, 94, somewhere around there. Like I started having people tape it for me when I was working and stuff. I'm just making sure everything's working right, people. That's all, because I don't want to lose this, because I can't get my time back. That's another thing. You can't get your time back in life. Remember that, people. So use your time wisely. Listen or watch the show, all right? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, and neither am I fucking anyone on here. If they lie to you, I would have to get rid of them, because I can't lie to people. But Pulse, he's a very honest guy. Anyone Kiwi comes on, very honest. Jay, very honest. Anyone I have on there, they're very honest. So don't worry about that, all right? And I would correct it. I would tell you it ain't true. Overkill, Taking Over. Overkill from the Taking Over album. Electro Violence, because that's what tonight's card's going to be, and tomorrow's card, and boxing tomorrow. So many fucking fights. I started off with friggin' Muay Thai all morning. So I'm ready to go train, run, sweat. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. And in about 30 seconds, I'll take the song off so I keep myself legal. You tread on me. This is in the early 80s, people. Got seen these guys 5 times at the channel, all places, all different places.